Hello, everybody. The two people that are probably going to watch this. We have Pyro screaming in the background for some reason, playing
Hello, everybody. My name is Mark.
playing Hulfrid at the moment. Uh, we got Connor, who's playing Rin, who scored the last kill on the Chang'Wei.
Yeah.
We
So
got
loud.
Shane playing Vena, who was
Hello.
very upset at Huron's passing.
People
Her
dying
name-
sucks.
It does.
Her name is Lady Vena, the protagonist of the Firth.
No.
So what?
And we got Liv playing Anana, who was not here last session, but we made cast Gentle Repose on Huron's corpse.
I might, if I have it prepared.
Yeah,
Let's go look at that, shall we?
we just had to do it. Like, it was a multiple day thing, so
Oh, yeah.
it's not currently prepared.
Ritual, yeah.
Because you could have unprepared, or you can re-prepare it if you want, but I left your
It's a
prepared spells
ritual
alone.
anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If I have time to do it as a ritual, I can do it as a ritual.
Yeah.
Different class for that, but yeah.
Well, you have to be prepared to have it. So.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exclusive.
you ain't a wizard.
Yeah, that's a wizard thing.
Shadow Wizard money game.
We love casting spells. Legalize nuclear bombs.
This video is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
Swag in the sun. Okay. That's enough of that. But yeah, as you guys are carrying the cart, and walking in, Vivian, the attractive young half elf, scoops up Hulfrid. Oh, my baby boy! I'm so glad you're
No.
safe.
No. Put me down. Help. Vena.
No, let it play out for a second.
I'm absolutely letting this happen.
Miss, put me down.
Would you mind telling us who you are exactly?
Oh, sorry. As she puts Hulfrid down. I'm Vivian. I am Halfred's mom.
Really?
Roll me an investigation check or a perception check or something. Either one.
Oh shit! Accidentally.
Who, me?
Is that perception or investigation?
Yeah. Anyone can do this.
Okay. 8.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm just sitting there.
Back at it with the natty
Yeah.
20.
So, Vanna, you're like, I mean, yeah, I guess.
If she says so.
If she says so. Anana and Huron, looking at Halfred, he is way too old to be the son of any sort of half elf. Like, that is just, it's not possible.
So, you if you guys look down at Hafron, yeah, he's like, you know those cats that if you put your hand toward them, they just like their head like slurps back into the loaf. It's like
100% seals
Yeah.
to it, too.
like that. Can I just start rapidly banging on the consciousness of Half Dick? I don't know what the fuck his name is. I forget.
Halfred. Yeah.
Alfred. Yeah.
Alfred.
What the who is this? Who is this? Who is this? Help me! Help me! Help me!
Hey.
Abort!
Oh, what? Now you want me to come back, huh?
Shut the fuck up, man! Get out of here! This crazy bitch is touching me. This is
You don't talk that way about my mother.
Your mother? What?
Yes, my mother.
I
Well,
thought it was
Matt, I
spirit.
genuinely don't believe that this is your son.
Oh, I get that a lot. Thank you, though. I do try to look my best.
No, it's less about you and more about him.
Oh, he's not that old.
Bill, I'm just gonna. Don't mind me. Damn it.
She grabs on onto his shoulder, pulls him closer. Like, okay, this may have been this event may have been stressful for me. He may look a little bit older than what he should because you look at him; he's not as plump as he should be. You know.
Inwardly,
Push him
like,
down.
I'm having an Avatar state moment where I'm just throttling the spirit. What the fuck do you mean that's your mother?
I mean, that is my mother. What else could it mean?
The JPEG Moose's eyes are glowing red.
All right, put him down.
Well, it's good that you're happy that he's here, but we do have to make it back to the guild hall to, well, report him safe.
Oh
I
yes,
suppose
yes,
you can tag along if you wish.
yes, yes. And if you recall, you were right in front of the guild building of this town. Anyway,
Please let me go.
she has a firm grip on your shoulder.
Help me. I look at Rin.
Sir, do you want this woman
I'm
to be
smiling.
holding you anymore?
I'm aging as we speak.
You'll
Sir,
have to speak up, Happy. Well, now I seem like a racist.
Seam?
Well,
The rest.
Connor was going to try and say the half Huron thing, and he realized we were going with a bit that he's not Huron, and just accidentally said a halfling slur.
And
Rin is just gonna shake her head and walk
probably.
into the guild hall.
I politely try to get away from this woman. Just, Miss, I'm gonna need you to
Extricate.
give me some space. Extricate, thank you. Look, I need
Welcome
not.
here.
No,
I got you.
I'm just trying to gently get her hands off of me.
Oh, what's wrong, honey? Do you need some space after this whole experience?
Does she not see the horns?
Maybe not.
Horns and antlers are two different things.
I will cut a bitch.
Yep. She may not be what's the right word?
Smart.
No, not that. I mean, sort of yes, but not the word I was looking for. Registering that they're there.
She's not tuned in.
Yeah, she probably sees it. She just like this is her son. She doesn't know when the antlers are there. Who knows?
I slowly back away from her like she's a wild animal until I'm behind Vena.
Vena already walked into the guild hall.
I followed right after him.
Yeah. You met her basically right out of the guild hall, so it's just
Yeah.
you just go right in.
I have dodge frames, Bill. I'll dodge this bitch to the end of the earth.
Okay. But yeah, you go in the building and you see the Tanya lookalike. Hello.
Hello. We just finished a request, and we figured it'd be good to check in on.
Oh
Things.
yes, you're the one that took old Vivian's quest here. Yes, yes. Here's the payment, and she plumps down the 1,000 gold bag.
Help me.
And she's sort of looking like, what happened to your fourth? And why does?
Bit of an incident.
Sorry, what was that? I didn't catch that.
There was a bit of an incident.
Okay.
I'll be right back real quick. I'll do some.
So should I mark? What was it? Huron? Should I mark him as deceased?
He's just incapacitated at the moment, recuperating in different scenery. But we can carry his share for him. We intend to take the lump sum and divvy his out and return it to him once he recovers.
Yeah, well, most of you here, I'm not going to stop you from, that splitting it up is the group's job. I'm just here to give you money. Just want to know for bookkeeping, the active adventurers, inactive ones, that sort of thing. Okay. So,
Well.
are you gonna need anything else from me?
Not sure where to report it, but the town that we had to travel to was destroyed by something.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, that was Alfred's job, and as she looks down at him, he was supposed to report. Why does he have antlers?
Ah, there it is.
Well, magic things happened.
She blinks.
Miss.
Make me a deception check.
What are we trying to do? Let's go back.
Is Vanna making the deception?
Whoever is the one talking.
How are we trying to lie to her?
Say magic stuff happened.
Yeah, this is a live omission that you know exactly what happened. This counts as deception. D20. Okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, she's like, and what exactly happened?
I approach the desk.
Approach the bench.
I find the complimentary short people stool, and I stand on it.
I kick it out from under him.
Ah!
Sorry, I slipped.
Vivian just slaps the back of your head. Don't do that to my son.
Ow. Sorry, I'll go back to adding my spells, ma'am. Flip.
So, did we wheel in my corpse with us?
It's in my ring.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, Miss Quest Giver Lady. There's currently 2 people occupying this body.
And this is what you mean by incapacitated. Okay. And you see Vivian just like sort of her big smile that she's had is just sort of like twitching. Excuse me.
Yeah. Your son raises his eyebrow. Yeah, it's fine. I'm just talking for a second. He's got my I point at the rapidly scribbling spell creature, Rin.
I finger flitter without looking up.
He's got storage space in his ring, my corpses and that. We'd like it fixed and me put back in it. Yeah. There was some weird creature called a Chengui,
Jiangwei, but close enough.
Jean-Luc Picard, and it did some soul fuckery, and now I'm stuck.
She just places a hand on your shoulder again. It just like squeezes.
Whatever you do to me, you do to his body as well.
Oh, I know. He just stares you right in the eyes. I need my son back.
Your family problems aside, turns back to the guild person. Do you know of any chapel or clerical services that we may reach out to fix this?
We have some. Unfortunately, we do not have any. How long ago did he die?
We have a spell cast on him. I believe it was
Gentle repose.
About 10 minutes after he had expired. We had stopped the clock.
I think it was a day. Because
was it more than 10?
She needed to
prepare
it.
So, I thought she had it prepared.
No.
About a day.
Okay. We do not have any clerics that can do it from that time period. You're gonna have to go to Kendra.
Go where?
Back to Kendra, the main city.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I mean, if it'll work, then I suppose we can spare the time.
But I don't think she's going to let me go.
If she wants it fixed, she should.
All right. She lets you go.
I scramble behind Veda.
I'm sure this isn't very enjoyable for either you or Alfred.
Talking
Miss
about
Vivian,
food.
but we are trying to get it fixed the same as either one of you would want it. We wanted to get Alfred back here safe, and unfortunately things happen. But he's perfectly fine. We just need to get them separated.
Okay.
Alright, let me be honest, the body is starving, so putting some food and water in this thing wouldn't be against the protocol.
We've been feeding you as we traveled.
He's still skinny.
It's just you're still
supposed to be-
exhausted because
He's-
you're only traveling for like 2 days.
I'm a
right?
halfling. I have to be fat.
Yeah, no, he's very skinny halfling right now. He should be plump and round.
Well, we're already in town. Let's stop by somewhere to grab you food then.
Okay, just know I will be checking in on you.
That's
I do,
fine.
I do have the means to do so.
Okay, that sounded a little bit like a threat, but
It
it's
is
fine.
Thank you for picking up on that. I mean, I appreciate you getting him this far, but you know, she just kind of looks at him. I can't really say hi to him in this thing, can I?
Okay, you know what? Hang on. I'm gonna take a break. Half shit, get out of here. And I lean back.
takes the reins. Mother, please.
Yeah, the antlers disappear.
Yes, they disappear for a moment, and he goes and hugs Vivian. Oh, my poor baby boy. Don't worry, Mommy. We'll make sure you get out. And Alfred is just like that horrible moose. It's terrible. He's in
I
my
don't want to
brain.
be one.
Alright, that's enough of that.
He hums the most insipid tunes.
Hang on here. Like half.
He's an idiot. He thinks so much dumb shit. As he's yanked away as the antlers come back.
Those tunes are of my homeland, you asshole. Now that's racist.
As soon as the antlers come back, she just immediately drops Alfred on his ass.
Yada yada. I reject my humanity, Jojo.
Okay. Well, she just sort of rubs her nose with her fingers, just like rubbing the bridge of her nose. Okay.
Your son's a dick.
Frankly, I'm leaning more on the side that you're a dick.
That has nothing to do with this.
There's bias for everyone. Can we not deal with this now?
I'm dead. I don't give a shit.
Iran, shut
And
up.
yes, you're speaking.
Life finds a way. Page 2, section paragraph.
What? What?
Vane is gonna walk behind Halron
Elron Hubbard?
Half
and
one.
just half run and just put her hand behind his shoulders. Let's work on fixing up his body first. Let's go to an inn or something to get you food.
Right.
And if you want to, Miss Vivian, you're welcome to join, unless you would rather be doing something else.
Unfortunately, the reason I couldn't go and solve this myself is that I am quite busy. So, yes, I do have things to take care of.
So be it. We'll head back to Kendra soon and get them separated so you can, I don't know what you would normally do. You enjoy your mother-son time?
I just
I don't
slowly
want
look up at
about
Vina.
Good insight there, Inanna. There's some questions you don't want answered.
Oh, you
So many questions I don't want answered.
He's obviously
You-
adopted.
you are all
No,
disgusting.
thank you. Let's not talk about it.
Yes, but that's besides the point, Billiam.
What are you all even talking about?
No, that wasn't me. That was Vivian. She was saying.
I'll explain it to you later,
Yeah.
Vena.
And
I guess you're old enough for the talk.
he was born for me. He was
Huh?
not adopted. I don't think it would be right to adopt. But
Eyebrow
What's wrong?
raise.
What's wrong with adoption?
not that adopt for me. It's not right for me.
Mm-hmm.
It came out wrong.
I see your opinions. Look up, look down.
I will strut my stuff outside of the looking.
You can all make me an insight check.
We'll ignore the part earlier where Rin accidentally said halfy as he tries to take the
Yeah.
moral high ground.
Ooh.
I've realized I have no money on me, and I'll walk back inside up to Lady Vina.
Do.
Wait, what is this an insight for?
For something. Don't worry about it.
So halfling hopped out of her
Okay.
truck.
So don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah, she's just like, okay, he is mine. He's my biological son. Don't worry about it.
My biological nephew.
Funny you're getting real defensive about it.
Honestly,
Uh-huh.
I don't care. I just want my body. To be honest,
Okay.
I'm literally a mutant from the base bee skin, so I'm not one to judge.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I do have important things to do, so I will be on my way.
We'll send him back on a wagon when we're done. Just go away. You're freaking me out.
Okay. As
You're on.
she sort of like stiffly walks away, all very
I felt
offended.
very uncomfortable.
I'm sure. As would somebody who's getting their body invaded also feel.
That was an accident.
Well, it happened, so we just have to deal with it.
Yeah.
And you'll have to put up with strange
this what,
things that happen to Halfred. Because you are currently inhabiting his body.
Is this what being hangry's like?
What?
I'm really hungry, but it's pissing me off.
Are you
Is
telling me
that
the
just-
halfling has a higher appetite than you?
I am
Nola?
filled with protein, and I eat as much as I can. He has not.
Well, being
I
stuck
don't-
in a ghost basement for a couple of days does do that.
It was a bit more than a couple of days.
I've never been hungry before. I'm telling you.
It's
I was a-
canon now.
I was a well-fed calf.
Can we head to an inn or a restaurant or something?
I was the epitome of beef.
Oh, also, Liv, the thing Bill left out of the recap, that golden staff I got way back in the hero's tomb, we
From
found out what
Zombie.
the first thing it does.
Which
Zombie.
is
I cast Animate Dead once a day.
She didn't need to know that.
Well, she saw me, her character saw Rin raise a body into a zombie. And
Oh,
everybody
fair
trying to
enough.
go, Rin, what is that? And he goes, listen.
A milkshake.
it's from the hero's tomb. It can't be that bad.
Yeah, because I jokingly said I poke it into Huron's body to see if it was a rod of resurrection, and Bill says, so funnily enough, it does something to corpses, but you gather that it's a bad thing. So
Are you sure you want to do that?
I said, I'll go to one of the corpses outside, and then I animated it, and then everybody looked out the window at me. I said, hey, don't look at me like that.
I could have done this to Huron.
Imagine if this was a rod of resurrection. Imagine how stupid we would have felt if I didn't try something.
My soul is stuck. Would have
That
done
is
nothing.
tragic. But since I can only do it once a day, and I can't cast it with other stuff, it essentially means I can have one zombie. Because I can't cast it and then use the spell to re-up control over him.
Feed me!
I mean, technically I could animate one and just like keep sending him somewhere and just like drop one rabid zombie on somebody. But for now, that's all it does. I am very curious what the hero's tomb golden scepter animates dead.
It's a staff and a gash.
Sure. where the fuck Nagash is.
I mean, I will
Lord,
say the
Lord.
scepter didn't originally come from the heroes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it might be a chunk for the BBEG staff. You're holding probably an Articulate staff then. Not a good coach.
I really imagine the thing is like a glowing, scintillating paladin's like cane.
No, it is just gold.
Actually, engraved in the gold, it says fractal for some reason.
I was gonna say, is this like a fucking mummy's rod? Like, is it a
property of a fractal? Such an own risk, fuckwits.
Rubs it out. And just we don't need to worry about that.
Own risk, fuckwits.
Bust through the wall. Bippity boppity boom, mother.
Yeah, but as for restaurants, there is in fact a looters here because, of course, there has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go again.
What's a looters?
Just
Connor knows what it does.
Connor wasn't there for looters.
Why?
Connor knows what looters is vaguely. Rin does not.
Bill.
Unless you're telling me there is a looters from where I'm from and that I had gone.
It
which
is.
Both seem like a bit of a stretch. Given
So there is definitely some in Gira. I don't know if Rin would be in the parts of Gira that they are in.
Yeah, I'd imagine Rin spent most of his time in his like noble household and occasionally walking to like the palace of foreign countries.
Yeah,
I don't think looters was on the itinerary. Maybe they catered, but
make me a history check.
Yes, they do.
A history check, you said?
Just to see if it's somehow come up in conversation or something.
25.
Yeah,
Bill,
so
I deserve advantage.
You know exactly what a looters is because some random it was the favorite restaurant of some random assistant in that what the hell is it called? The fucking ambassadorship or whatever.
Some peon's assistant was raving about it.
Yes.
I'm assuming is it fine dining? Are we talking 1 or 2 stars?
No, it is.
Bill, I'll let you make a request. I know exactly what looters is given my vocation.
Yes.
I'll walk up solemnly to Rin. It is the best place a young man can enter.
Oh, good. I'm excited. Do you think they have caviar? It's been a minute since I've had it.
Smiles.
Well,
You really
I've
don't
never
know this
seen one
place
before,
is at
so-
all. I'm going to be excited to see you get yourself into this mess.
Okay.
You only get a mess if you're a good boy.
Is the
Please
food
stop saying
of efficient pricing at
It's
least?
it's very hearty.
Has Veda been to a looters?
No.
No.
That's why she's
Amazing.
asking.
Amazing. We
Okay.
both get the party hat.
So the party hat.
I would like to apologize, Bill, but I'm foreseeing what this whole session's going to become.
I'm never gonna get you. Get
If
back
you
to the
let
party.
it,
Yeah.
if you let it, it will.
Don't worry.
If not,
you guys head to the restaurant, and it is loud because of what it is. There's so much clattering and clanging. It sounds almost like a blacksmith shop.
Yes.
As you headed, the very well branded looter store where you see waiters and waitresses in full plate armor carrying hefty amount of
Very
chicken wings,
muscled,
burgers,
very
fries,
oiled.
and beer.
Yes.
oh, that smell. Oh,
Body oil.
Yep.
that smell.
All right. That wasn't the reaction I expected.
What do they do with the chickens?
Rin looks like he's deep in thought, puzzling as he's just kind of standing at the threshold.
Ponders the orbs.
Oh, this is a restaurant, right?
Yes, it is.
Of a sort. It's a theme restaurant.
It
What's
is
the
art.
theme?
The I follow her.
Debauchery.
Oh,
Oh,
my! Oh, it's one of these restaurants. Oh,
Indeed.
Did you not see the fine Minotaur woman over there? Look
I
at that.
mean,
Look at those abs.
Vanny, you got a disguise kit on you. I don't
Yeah.
want this to end up in the tabloids.
The abs artifact plate armor just sculpted around. Arachnids.
Vanda's gonna turn around and put her hands over Faduin's eyes, turn back, red in the face. You really brought us to a place featuring debauchery? Why?
Their food is pretty good.
Euron's cackling.
Shit! If you should have told me, I could have. I don't even have my mask on me. If somebody recognizes us, I mean, I suppose.
Listen, the food is decent
Bill.
here.
Recognizes? Who have you been interacting with?
You never know with these sorts of places. It's a golden rule, you know. Never leave them. Don't leave any marks, and don't let anybody
Hey
see
Bill,
you.
just for about a minute, I let the other guy out.
Let him cook.
Yeah, he sees Ludus. He doesn't even say anything. He just turns and starts walking away.
Nope, I don't let him.
Because this is the feet only.
Yeah. Okay. Make me a will check. Wisdom check. He does not want to be here. He does not want to be caught being here at all. So
I don't want to be
make me a
here.
wisdom check.
Vana's gonna let go of Faduin real quick.
I
and
am
then
the
lean
power.
into Rin. What do you mean? Like, hide yourself. Is this a restaurant? Is this a brothel?
Yeah, I was gathering that it was a brothel that had like.
Oh,
Even, well,
no,
Vane, I'm
no,
gonna
no.
ask you a question that might be a bit invasive, but have you never been like fed grapes after the act, or I assume this was like a lounge
never
sort
had
of.
enough.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Wisdom check on that one.
Hold up, everybody! Gotta
Save
see
it.
Vane of blue screens.
Can I just Mr. Magua up a chair and go, no. This is just a themed restaurant.
She's just gonna look at you quizzically at first. The act, like.
Well,
You mean
can I make an
Rin,
insight check to see
Rin,
if she understands what sex
I
is?
feel like it's a safe bet that Vader's never had an after the act.
I don't think she's had an act or before the act.
I am a paladin. I don't really do performances.
Vane, let me step outside with me for a second. I need
No,
to.
I think
I'll
we
sit
can
there
just
with
leave
Inanna, just like,
the-
so,
This,
how's it been since getting possessed by a god?
my joints feel a little loose, in a weird way. Like around the joints, I feel little bit looser.
You know what? Oddly the same right now.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
So I would like to pull Vane aside, if not outside. Just
You
guys-
guys,
you
you
guys
guys
have
have
not
not got in yet. You're basically just at the precipice of Ludus.
the host is just staring us down, waiting for us to walk in, so she doesn't have to yell.
Yeah.
Me
But
and Inanna will get our table.
I will pull her aside. And go, Vana, you are aware of where people come from, right?
Oh my god.
You actually start from step 0.
Yes.
You're aware of what the process is.
Partially.
So, see, the partially is what concerns me. Okay. Let's see. Here, have a seat. We need to have a little talk real quick. You see, when... Oh, God. When a mommy boulder and a daddy boulder love each other very much...
God, I
They
hate it here.
They
Stop
splinter into
slamming your
1,000 forms, and the collective consciousness of the plane generally creates many more beings that can acclimate. But on your plane, people do the nasty.
How did Kellis explain sex better than you?
The nasty.
Oh God! Don't make me summon. Do I have minor illusion? Please tell me I
Summon?
don't.
Literally.
Are
Liv,
you
how
gonna
did
press-
Kellis explain
are you-
sex to Andvari better than this?
Pyro,
Because
Pyro,
Wallace cared about the person he was explaining it to.
Pyro, high or
Is
low?
Is it not intercourse that does it?
There we go.
It-
Thank God.
Yes, intercourse. That's. How do I put this?
Where's Faduin?
There's
Faduin's still in there with you.
there is a performance aspect to it.
Oh my
that
god.
is left out of most conversations.
How artsy is your fucking?
You it's not just shaking hands and getting down to it. There's a bit of a back and forth. It's a bit of a game, and then the intercourse. Rin looks like he wants to leap down the nearest well.
You should.
I mean, he could do that. That is an option.
Well,
This
I
place.
wasn't really told about what it all entails, as
Have
I
you-
wasn't really going to inherit the house. They didn't really need me to know about.
You've seen the do people of your courts generally have a courtly love or a courting someone, a knight taking a princess or lesser lady, taking them out, earning the approval of their family, so on. That exists for your people, right?
This motherfucker just used the words lesser
Yes,
lady.
it does. I'm a paladin of the crown.
Yes. This place is you. If it's the brothel, as they've led us to believe, you pay to have people simulate that kind of courting, and then lead up to the intercourse, which I don't know if anyone's told you is often very desirable to most people.
Oh, well. I mean, if it's just something that's done normally, but they simulate it, I don't see much of a problem with that.
It has a bit of a negative connotation for people of high birth. It's seen as a lowly act. Paladins, especially, I'm afraid. You've got a hood on that traveler's clothing, right? Let's just. He'll try and reach over and pull it up.
Oh
What are
my
you?
god.
Let's just watch and observe, and I'm sure you'll pick it up along the way. And
I'm
you
gonna
know
be
what?
looking
If you've
for
got
windows.
questions, ask Inanna. Or, you know what? Where's Slade? He told me. Slade!
No.
Slade, help!
He's taking a day off. He's
Yes.
gone.
Yes, young sir.
It's like, I will not be participating in this.
Slade, you're from this world. I need you to fill in the gaps of explaining to Vena.
Yes, massa.
No!
The funny thing is, like, the way you've described it, it sounds a little strange, but she doesn't get, like, the whole nasty bit of it. Because she doesn't understand. Like, she was only taught in passing about, like, descendants. She wasn't really told that she was going to extend the family line, so she doesn't know anything about it.
Okay, real
Rin will
quick.
just kind of shove Slade towards her and hope the mild dad energy on him covers everything Rin missed.
He was not listening to this whole conversation. You have to, like...
I need you to explain the boulders and the crystals to her.
Oh my god.
The geodes and the... Oh.
No.
The stalagmites and the stalactites.
That's it. Stalagmites and the stalactites. Thank you, Pyro.
You're welcome.
I hate everyone.
Why are you
So,
making me do this?
Hey, Bill.
Yes! I didn't even think!
Hey, Bill.
What?
I survey the room. Do I see any, let's see here, half-elf men getting ogled, possibly named Bryn around?
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah. Listening of the violent savior. Damn it!
A stray ember falls directly in your eyeball.
Ah!
Now you have a blind
just
spot in the
gonna
perfect shape of a
shrug.
frog.
And it's just gonna shrug. I just don't get why we brought this up in the first place.
I look at Inanna. Rock, paper, scissors for whoever who was to go talk actual sense into her.
Yes, young sir. May I ask what this is about?
The other two described this as a debaucherous place, and
Oh my god.
I'm bracing her for what she might see inside. Didn't want her to be approached to not realize that
You
somebody
know
might
it's
try
not
and
actually a brothel, right?
Yeah,
turn
no.
around. It's not.
Yeah, no.
No!
Slade,
You let me explain a brothel
Yeah,
for 10 minutes.
You
Yes.
shite!
also,
You did everything before I could stop you!
yeah,
We better
Slade.
secure the table.
Slade is just holding up like a finger of just like quiet. Looters is simply a themed restaurant where the waiters are all wearing armor. They are typically retired adventurers or those who could not cut it in the adventuring business to begin with.
Typically well muscled.
Who said
Yes.
debaucherous then?
I mean, it is a little bit. Some of them.
They're all
the
very well
more
toned.
the patrons than the employees, really.
There can be a lot of staring by some people.
Oh,
Sometimes-
they're pervs. Why didn't you just say that?
I smack him.
Ah!
I get.
Wait,
I
no,
get
you're a
a,
halfling. I'm fine.
I get a ladder and I put it against you and I walk up and I smack you in the nose. Then I walk back down.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad that's not a brothel. I would have been
It's
very
not.
upset that we would be going in there with, well, Faderman's not that young, but, you know, not very impressionable.
The armor is very curvaceous.
Fadewind is
Did I
having
go-
the time of his life sitting at the table just watching all the staff.
Other well armored staff.
Yes.
How come the bot's not working? Ah, I wanted to play tavern music.
Remember,
Yep.
I think Vex is dead.
Yeah, Vex is dead.
for good?
Oh damn! What happened to
Yeah,
Vex?
they did.
What do we use now?
Well, we can use activity.
Activity? Like the...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't have the music bot in the first place. Because I was gonna. There it is. There's the looters picture.
I was gonna ask, are we talking that kind of looters, or are we talking this kind of looters?
First one.
Okay.
It's the first one.
Alternatively,
No.
third kind of looters, Underdark
No.
variant.
No.
The slurp Shane.
Look at them grippers.
I hate it here.
I also hate it right now. I'm gonna close Discord.
She
I'm
looks
not.
like she can suck a brain through a garden hose.
Fuck. Ugh, that's terrible.
Hey, Nana, look what I tagged you in. The looters
Alright, just-
wormhole goes deep, and I'm getting closer and
did you
closer to
tag me
actual
in?
straight up porn.
She's just got a lower voice.
Chat.
Just no brothels or anything like that, please. According to the ones I work with, I'm very notorious for not really realizing those kind of things as I walk past them. So, can you help me avoid those?
Where's Faderwin?
Fadewood's still at the table.
He went in there with you.
Well,
Yeah,
we
the
left him in
rest of you
room.
guys came back out to yell at Rim.
I would like to go sit next to Faduin.
I'll sit on the other end of Faderwin. Buddy.
This is
Squeezing
not
into-
going to end well for anyone involved.
Hello.
You enjoying your time here, buddy?
Yeah, the armor is all very unique. It seems very well made for such a thing as a themed restaurant. You know.
Oh yeah, they take great pride in their skill. I mean, I didn't use armor much in my other body, but I can appreciate its value.
Yeah, I want a suit of armor like this one day.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I do have a question, Faduin. Now that we're
Guy talk.
what spurred you to want to become a knight? I've heard a lot of stories over the years, and they say there's you can tell a lot about a person, you can tell a lot about a squire based on what kind of knight they want to be.
Well, I mean, I think I've made this known already, but it wasn't my well, not this part anyway, but it wasn't initially my decision to be a squire. It's just sort of family thing. You gotta do at least some sort of you know, trading like this or whatnot. And it just happened to, you know, Vena was already doing her thing, and the two I don't know what that is. I'm not one to look mermaid, unfortunately.
Found our personality type.
Yeah. Well, and so I was. Vena took me under, and Vena is just really amazing at what she does. She really inspires me. I want to be a paladin like her one day.
Oh, really? Anything in particular happened that inspired this?
I mean, she's brave. She stands up for her morals. She's super
Oh.
strong.
Mm-hmm. I can agree to that. She's a
And-
third of my usual size, but she can kick my ass.
And the real reason, Fadeawin, I'm sure you are very in awe of her, but it takes quite an amount of awe to follow someone across the continent and it's a solo squireship. I mean, you said you've just begun. Surely that there's more to your story than just the opportunity thrust Vena into your purview.
Odd way of putting it, but yeah.
Well, I was gonna have to do something like this eventually. It's just sort of how family works.
Really?
I think.
How long have you known Vena?
I pause. How family works, you say?
Yeah.
I didn't realize you and Vena were related.
We're
Oh.
not.
Oh,
Oh.
No.
Oh.
so is it like? So
Oh.
is it like a subservient
Neuron
family
fired.
thing, or?
So are they family to be? And Rin will just kind of twirl one of the rings on his fingers.
No.
We are just snakes in the grass, Connor. We're evil.
Fado is just sort of looking at Veda now. His poor eyes.
Don't worry,
Is-
I'm rooting for you.
Is
Fadeaway.
Vena still out there being informed by Slade?
No, he's just sort of like, my job is done. He's sort of just gone to eat some fries.
I think it'd be funny if Vena wasn't at this conversation.
Yeah.
So maybe she's
Yeah.
like at the hostess asking where the bathroom is or something.
Okay, easy. So Fado is searching with his eyes, but it's just like it's sort of looking at the back of Veda's head, just like help. He doesn't want to scream across the restaurant. But his eyes are just like
No one will
I
come
give-
for you.
I give Huron a look that says, I'm looking for permission. You see an idea in my eyes that looks nefarious. And I'm giving you a look, eyebrows raised, waiting for you to say something. Very clearly transmitting a, should I?
Huron is going to audibly cough. This halfling constitution's got me a little messed up. I gotta go use the restroom. You two talk it out back here. Have some guy time. I'll be right back, and I'll kind of give him a look back.
And I
I'll
will
hop
place
on the
my
stool.
hand on Fademan's shoulder and cast Friends.
Oh,
You are
my
horrible.
lord!
I didn't consent to that, but I'm not even looking anymore.
Oh,
I pretty clearly telegraphed, and then Huron gave me permission.
that's
Nope.
I don't. That's,
You did not, my love.
Not a single
No.
person here thought that you were
Thought-
going to do Friends.
I don't know what he's doing. I've already walked away. I'm not involved. I'm not legally involved.
I hand on the
Okay.
shoulder because it's just somatic and material components.
I am guessing that's a wisdom save.
I think it just happens, and then I have advantage on my
Oh.
charisma. Yeah, he just knows after. Hang on. How do I?
Yeah, think that one through.
There. For the duration, you have advantage on charisma checks directed at one creature of choice that isn't hostile to you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes they use magic influence to move and becomes hostile toward you. Creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in other ways, at the DM's discretion, depending on its nature.
Basically, enchantment magic is you being a dick. So part for the chorus.
Okay.
I will cast Friends on him and say,
This is the third time he's done this, right?
yeah. Faderin, are you worried about the information about your and Vena's connection getting out?
Make me a persuasion check, I guess.
Just trying to coax very surface level information out of him. And that is with advantage. So 21.
Sadly, the bot doesn't work, but I can play the YouTube to myself. God damn it!
Yeah, Fadewood is just.
Can you not use the activity?
I don't know. I don't have Nitro.
It's
Oh.
free.
Yeah, it's free now.
All the games are free.
Well, do you guys have to like tune into it or something?
I don't know.
I think so. Let's figure it out.
I don't know.
Oh, I heard something
Start
noodling.
playing something, and we'll.
I guess
Um,
if you click
okay.
watch together and have it open
So-
on another screen.
As we're doing thing,
There's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta tune in.
Okay.
I don't know
if
how
you
we
want
turn
to
it up.
listen to it, you want to listen to it? Go ahead.
got it. Hey, look at that. The volume controls aren't very delicate.
So with a 21, what does Fadeawin respond as I'm asking? Is he basically gauging how sensitive is the information between him and Vena?
Yeah, he's like, I don't really understand what you mean.
Bill?
Did you not
Hello.
hear what I said? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Howdy.
Hey, Bill.
I don't know what was happening. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, he's just like, I don't know what you mean by our relationship. Our relationship is one of Paladin and Squire.
That's what I mean. Relationships come in many forms: romantic, platonic, business. You seem very nervous all the time, and I was trying to give you a breather, as it were. And I hope you don't take too much offense here in a minute or so.
Okay.
Don't worry, it'll make sense later.
But yeah, our relationship is pretty, out there. We just.
He's dead.
I mean, I get nervous because it's Vena's just. You've seen her. She's awesome, and I just I want to do the best I can for her. I feel pretty useless a lot of the time. I think that's just sort of what a squire is. They're not the ones out there fighting, but.
Brother in arms, you've cleaned your underwear.
I suppose I could see why you feel
No, I'm
a
not
little
here.
underappreciated, but I'd like to offer you an
Oh,
alternate
no.
position.
Of course I don't feel underappreciated. Vanna makes me feel very, very appreciated. Just.
Let me put it to you this way. No kingdom exists of the king alone. There's always knights, squires, peasants, serfs. It takes a kingdom to run a kingdom. And to run a band of adventurers, or mercenary party, or whatever we brand ourselves, it takes hands of all sorts. It takes paladins of the crown, and he gestures to Vena, as well as up-and-comers who are looking to build their future. And I just kind of take the hand that was pointing to Vena and gestured over to him.
Applause.
It was a pretty good speech.
Hey.
But you'll get to your knighthood. I'm sure of it.
Thank you, Rin. That is very helpful. And at this point, friends fail. It goes off. He just squints. He's like, "Hey."
I told you I hoped you take it pretty well. But I mean, you're allowed to feel offended. But Like I said, you feel a little jittery every time we talk to you, and I was hoping I could help take the edge off for you and let you know that you are among friends even when I don't cast a spell.
He like puts his finger up and just like is about to say something. He just like shuts his mouth.
Go ahead.
Um, yeah. He just sort of waves his hand and just shoves a piece of stick in his mouth and chews for a bit. Okay. So I am glad you did that. I just prefer you would not use that spell on me again.
I didn't plan on it, but I didn't have any other way to try and get over the awkward hump. I'm still learning the normie way of talking to people.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just the fact that I'm awkward. Right. So
Remind me of a sibling of mine, or two.
He has a handout. He has a pamphlet he's gonna hand you now.
Vena will now get back to the table because that was funny.
Vena, welcome.
Afron will return to the table as well.
Did you just give a real cartoony wink to Huron or to Rin?
No,
Did I just talk to him?
I don't react at all. I just gotta come back, and he seems fine, so I assume nothing untoward happened, like casting a spell.
Does he seem more calm though, Bill?
Oh, make me an insight check, actually.
Cool. This will go terribly, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, 5.
You can't exactly tell. He might be more nervous. He might be less nervous. He might be nervous, but just in a different way.
You might be about to tell Lady Vena that you cast a spell on him. Which
Can
will lead to a
Vena
whole...
insight? Like a disadvantage or something? She just got back.
Sure.
Okay.
Ha
The number calls.
4.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, Veda, we were just
Who else
talking.
but Fadoin?
We were just talking about you know, how I ended up as your retainer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, how did that go?
He was telling me how fortune and circumstance lined up when you all joined.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I mean, like just like it was a great honor because your father picked me of all people to go with a noble and be her retainer.
Oh, you were handpicked by Vena's father.
Yes. He was. Well, my father likes to reach out to the commoners. He really likes to make sure that they see him in a good light, and well, young Fadoin was an optimal choice, he said. The king agreed and sent me out on my questing to teach him, hopefully bring another fine warrior back to the kingdom with me. She just smiles to Fadoin.
Yeah, he smiles back. Yeah, I'm an only son, so I have to, and there's no more coming. So I have to make a name for ourselves, and that was a good way to do it.
And I know I've already told you, but my father would definitely make sure that your mother was paid for the inconvenience of not having you able to help her around the house.
Yes.
That was nice of your father.
Yeah.
Not common to find somebody with that kind of charity.
Well, he's basically the right hand of the king, as they say. So he likes to be on everyone's good side.
Does that make you some position of? Is it an advisory role, or is it like in line for the throne should he fall?
No, the king has much of a family on his own. And he's been a great advisor. He did start out as just one of the noble houses, but his decisions and his what's the word for it? Dedication, I guess, to serve the king basically earned him that pseudo position. It's not like he has a real title as like the king's advisor or something, but they're great friends and they work together, and he does advise the king in matters.
Yeah, where's Anana at the moment?
I'm just kind of vibing.
You're at the table though.
Yeah.
Anana, are you looking at any of the waiters or waitresses? Are you admiring any of the armors?
If I am, it's definitely in a way of like this, similar to how Fedorn is, where it's like well-made armor. Because I'm also
Yeah.
I'm in chainmail, so I'm like, good armor. Seeing if
Yep.
any of them look like they would favor a specific weapon type, because also like, yes, what kind of weapon?
Oh yeah, there's definitely many of them that are carrying weapons from practical to exotic. They're just like that's not something that you would use.
That's the real thing she's looking at is like,
Practical
ooh,
to exotic.
what a lovely
decorative.
kukri knife.
Yeah.
Saffron is eating,
So, Vena,
and someone else is paying for it because it's book.
I very briefly talked to you while we were when we met at the. No, wait, that was Recon. So, Vena, I mean, I know why Fedorn's out on an adventure, but what brings you out? I mean, you say you seem to be a pretty established paladin of the crown. Fedorn's out here earning his knighthood, but are you out here just to train him, or you get your own goals? Because I down a lemon pepper chicken wing. Boneless, of course.
Boneless.
Only
It
boneless.
fits his bratty personality.
It does.
They may not even offer it boneless, but he'd ask that they take it out.
Vane is gonna eat one of the kebabs that was given. Well, I had lived my whole life in the kingdom, and I was trained heavily in arts of combat and my duties, but the king and my father discussed it. It would probably be best for me to go out into the world, learn about people, and expand my knowledge, I suppose.
Not too dissimilar to my.
And, well, I get to go out here and help the people from far and wide. I don't find much problem with it, I suppose.
Sounds like you have a quest not too dissimilar to mine. I set out, as you all know, I am the crown prince for my family's throne in a very, very far off place. And I've essentially out here planted my roots. A bit of a last wild fling before I start to take up more responsibilities alongside my father and helping the things he's doing. Taking some time to see the world a bit before and bring some of that wisdom back to the seat of power.
Oh, that sounds pretty important.
Yeah, it's widely regarded as just kind of a vacation of sorts. Most of the stuff I know on most things don't change all that much where I'm from. It's one of the that's more of your all's domain. Things really, really don't like changing in other places. Some more than others, but they tend to fit pretty solidly into their brand, whether you want them to or not. He'll take a kind of long swig of his ale.
Well, Hope we haven't ruined your vacation.
No. It's nice to get out of the home, the castle, the residence. Although I do miss some of the amenities and toys, but it's nice to go sightseeing. Always a bonus to see this one, and I trying to like open palm nuggy half run. Seeing this one get his ass beat, so at least a little entertaining. I expect to be suplexed when he gets his body back.
Well, at least you're aware.
I'm trying to be better about physical violence.
I'm
This is
sure the
a lot.
lemur appreciates it.
I'm proud of you for trying.
It's a big
And-
step.
There's just a slowly expanding vein just wrapping around his forehead.
I really wish you two would get along.
We talked about it after I died, and we've agreed to attempt to bury the hatchet instead of burying it in his head.
Well, technically, it's when he comes back, the hatchet will be buried. So we're in a
Yeah.
bit of a legal loophole at the moment where we get to
Yeah,
get all the
there's a-
shittiness out.
It's a bit of a gray area. But as soon as I get back and I'm indebted to you, then I will be very nice to you. I'll be neutral with him. Clean slate.
I suppose that's a step in the right direction.
Doesn't mean I won't talk shit when he inevitably mind controls another old woman.
Or mind controls me again.
What?
Bead of sweat shoots down the side of his head.
Wait, what?
So in Nana, we were going around talking about our
No,
close
you're
No.
not getting
adventure.
out of this one that easily. You're gonna explain yourself. If you're going to make stupid choices, then you're going to win stupid prizes.
So you could just conjure a shovel to dig holes wherever you
So
want.
mind control is a very specific spell that I don't have access to mostly.
You're trying so hard to worm your way out of it, and it's
Ren has
not.
horns, right?
Yes.
Oh,
One of your horns is gently grabbed.
Ow, ow, ow. Those are more sensitive than you think.
Vena just has her eyes closed, a big grin on her face, looks at you. You mind explaining that one?
It was just a mood stabilizer, and he
Uh-huh.
thanked me for it afterwards. He was just helping him catch his breath. Alright? I didn't send him into any woods or nothing.
I would like to clarify that I did not thank you for casting the spell on me, just for trying to have a conversation with it. But
I vividly recall, and I'm gonna go rewatch this VOD later, an appreciation for it.
again, an appreciation for the talk itself, not for the magic.
Regardless, I really didn't do all that much harm, and Huron gave me the go ahead. I gave him this look, and he deliberately gave me the go ahead to do it.
Did
thought
you
you were
use
gonna give
your
him a-
big boy words?
I thought you were just giving up a pep talk.
No.
Vena's
What
gonna
have I-
turn Rin's head with his horn
Ow.
and just staring him in the eyes. And who said it's Huron's go ahead that lets you cast magic on people? Whether he gave it or not, Rin.
And I thought it'd be my horns to get torn off first. Oh, I'll be damned.
You don't have horns, you have antlers.
I would like to request somebody grab his antlers in fairness, as he was a co-conspirator.
I didn't
It
know
won't
such
feel
thing.
the same.
You also kind of can't.
I'd feel vindicated.
Ghost slurs.
Rin?
Fade
I
would.
also assured him I was not doing it to try and be malevolent, and he can assure you I did nothing untoward.
No,
And I told him I wouldn't do it again. That I did
You
it to
need to
get.
stop while you're ahead.
I,
Quit while you're ahead.
I,
Was he
I
ahead?
will agree with Rin on that one. He didn't do anything bad while I was influenced. He was just talking to me.
The bad man didn't touch me while he had me in the room alone with him, Mom.
Oh,
He just gave me breathing exercises.
oh.
Vena will just let go of his horn.
He had me wear a little sailor outfit with a little pinwheel.
No.
Rin, no more unsolicited magic on your friends. And don't give me some shit about how we're not your friends. I'll break your legs.
Oh,
And I'll help her.
Huron falls over.
Yep,
I know
passed
you're-
on.
I know you're going to try to find some sort of doublespeak way to justify it in the future, so know that I will not be accepting any of it.
No, Bill! No!
Bill, I love you. You're amazing.
The only thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer, just a loser.
What
What
does that mean?
It's
Look
a-
at Bill's put in chat. The
What the fuck does
ukulele.
that-
The
What
Colleen
does that mean?
Ballinger apology video.
I don't know who that is.
The Miranda
Do you know
Sings apology
Miranda
video.
sings?
I don't know who that is.
I don't
Yeah.
Oh my god, she was in the new. It's been a meme.
Yep. Sorry, I live under a rock.
I've sent you these memes.
I probably ignored
The
them.
gist of it for
Bitches.
absolute lay people is there is someone that got popular in the early like 2010s by pretending to be a bad goofy Broadway singer that wore like way too much lipstick, and apparently she was like grooming young kids, which is what abusers do, and when she got called out for it and exposed, she made like a 40-minute quote-unquote apology video, but it was so rehearsed, like it was a song while she was playing her ukulele.
She opened with, "My lawyers have advised me not to say anything, but they didn't say I couldn't sing," and began to strum the ukulele.
Jesus. Well, as dumb as that is,
Master Chief, what are you doing
What,
in that
what I
Minecraft
said
Discord
was an
server?
actual line she said. The only thing I've groomed is my 2 Persian cats. Not a groomer, just a loser.
shake my head.
Yeah, it's
Now this is on recording as well.
stupid.
The irony is that nobody, it was like news before, but it was kind of like washed under until she made her fucking apology song, and then it blew up.
Yep.
Anyway, let's get back to D&D.
Talk
Well.
about Venus sex life.
Vanna's angrily gonna eat another kebab.
I would like to point the spotlight, though, to you two. Prestidigitation, like a little spotlight towards Inanna and Chiron.
Huh?
Calls to
Why?
adventure. You've heard R3.
I am kind of curious.
Inanna, why don't you go first?
I didn't hear the question.
You're called to adventure. Why are you here? What keeps you out and adventuring as opposed to, I don't know, working in a temple?
Besides Orc Jesus.
First of all, I wouldn't last a week at temple, and you all know that. I prefer to be out in the world. I mean, nature is what nature does, and I prefer to be out amongst it than cooped up in a stone building. I have the power to do things. I'm not just going to sit in some stuffy temple, breathing in incense that's probably going to give me lung cancer, and waste my life away. I can do more.
really do that.
It can.
Yeah.
Imagine living
The
in a
dwarven kind
giant-
gives you cold lung and cancer at the same time.
I was gonna say, imagine living in the plane of Earth.
Very
Imagine the
dangerous.
fucking cold lung comorbidity.
Well, I guess that's why my mother told me to avoid it.
There's other more fun kinds of incense as well. Big sip of the ale.
You are just a font of hedonism, aren't you?
The half demon, half genasi stares at you with blood red eyes and bratty prince energy. What gives you that
Sure.
impression?
Forget I asked.
Well, Inanna just wants to be out in the world, changing things. What about you, Huron?
That is a good question. That is a. Do I have to answer while I'm inhabiting a halfling? This is all very
Unless you have the
You-
option to inhabit somebody else, then yes.
You feel Halford kicking you in the back of the soul head.
1 second. Moose.
Oi!
Just in the
I know. Don't. Like, I see what's going on back here. Let me in. I'm gonna tell him.
No, the fuck you won't.
Yes, I will.
Moose
Do we see
JPEG
him
smash.
yelling into nothing?
No, his eyes just flash back and forth. I'll tell him. Yeah, this is my tale. I will factually strangle you when I get back to my body. I don't give a fuck who your mother is. I will strangle you.
Oh, you will
Alright.
eventually. You will.
I could give a fuck right now. I talk shit at an interdimensional lemur. You saw.
I'm doing the fucking Yzma from Emperor's New Groove, like Kronk talking to the two angels, just...
Whatever.
Gotta
You
find
stay
the
back
gift now.
here. Fine, I'll tell him. Fuck it. I shake an ethereal fist at him. Alright.
If I remember, you said you were a mercenary.
Yes, I was. How should I put this? We had a big job. It went really well. Like, really, really well. We all got paid a lot. Like, enough to retire a lot. I, unfortunately, have a condition that requires me to be bad with my money. Gambling wise. Among other things. I am no longer rich. Therefore, I need to make a living again. This is literally all I know how to do.
I need a quick pause on this. Inanna, did you by any chance used to own some large sum of money? Because if not, there's going to be a really funny through line for all of us.
I quite
Not-
literally went to Fantasy Vegas and lost it all.
I mean, I didn't have anything like that. I mean,
What did Rin say?
Asking Inanna if she used to come from money, because if she did, there'd be a really funny through line through all of us.
I don't come from money. I came from a village in the.
You had money, and then you lost it.
I had money for like a week.
from money, not really.
You can have money but not be from money.
Same difference once you have enough.
I disagree.
I don't think I ever had the kind of money you're all talking about.
I tore through that money like.
But you said not money, Inanna, suggesting there is something else of influence that you came from.
I mean, I have had a bit of status where I came from, but that's about it.
You have an estate. I give a look.
Status?
Oh. My apologies.
Hmm.
Status as...
I mean, like it's. It was
Well,
a very.
this-
It was a diverse. I mean, listen, it's nothing like any of what you all are from, at all. But it's a lot more common. I mean, it wasn't like a specific noble family dating all the way back for several generations. It was more of just we were respected amongst the community. We had a bit of responsibility, a bit of
Am I in a party with a bunch of nobles? What the fuck? This is
minor.
just- This is the cruelest thing that's happened to a poor barbarian.
I love how Huron is just realizing this.
Well,
I
if
knew
it's,
from the start. Here I was just like, what the hell?
if it's any consolation to you, Inanna, I'm not from old money either. I'm technically will be the third generational ruler. My grandfather started our lineage, and my father has reigned on the throne for some time now, and then I will be taking over after him.
Narrows eyes.
Aren't you essentially royalty?
Not essentially, explicitly.
My head slams on the
Right.
table.
You're a prince. Like, full on.
I hate you.
Yes.
From the bottom of my wallet, I hate you.
My full name and title is technically Prince Rindau Cragalius Tyrantalus Barbanian Tectonus III.
I'm going to vomit.
Wow, that was a mouthful. I'm Vena. Nice to meet you.
You said you've come from loyalty. I know you have more names than that.
Vena Hasluin.
Good to know.
That's it.
It's really all the names you need. Past a certain point, they just become ridiculous.
They have meanings, and they're meant to represent alliances that we have with certain factions, and
I said what I said.
You're whoring out your lineage.
that's what nobility is.
That's awful.
It's just selling out you and yours for power and influence. I mean, that's not really a shock, though. I don't think. Is that a shock to most people?
I don't really
Not
know
a
about
shock,
that kind of
but just
thing.
a constant disappointment.
I didn't really learn all of the noble, all the noble specific stuff. I kind of just grew into paladin and knighthood.
You had said before you were the eldest child of your father, right?
Yes.
Why didn't they teach you any nobility stuff?
I
If I
think
can
we've had
ask.
this- I think we've
No,
had
I
this
mean-
talk before.
She talked around it. She said that they just didn't.
They just wanted me for this role. They didn't. I spent the time, instead of learning all of their specifics and their procedures, to learning how to fight and learning duty as a
You
paladin.
wasted your time.
See,
I
that's what she
studied
did last
sword.
time. It's not. It didn't make sense.
I don't know what else I'm supposed to tell you.
I think he's looking for a conspiracy against you because you're a woman.
Slade confirmed. Slade confirmed that the dwarven societies aren't generally, that misogynistic.
Not usually.
Wow.
I mean, it varies place to place, but removing the crown from your eldest is quite a rumor factory. It just, it's tradition, which is fairly important to dwarves and most nobles. And so I was just fishing for the reason why your father chose to go against said tradition. Like, were you promised to, like, a witch or something to be...
Could be because she's
Huh?
talented at
Like
kicking
a-
ass.
Were you...
Well,
It takes a special kind of person to be a paladin.
I mean, I was always kind of a tomboy
Yeah, we
and good at. Well, I was strong as a child, I suppose. Both the king and my father came to the agreement that it would. I can't remember how my mother told me what they had said. It's like tighten bonds between the families and the throne. I didn't have much issue with it.
Ergo, she was a badass, so they put her through badass training. What's more clear than that?
Now, this is a bit more of a prying question. Did your father, or your family, I should say, do something of grievous effect towards the throne? Because that's the only way I could imagine.
How do you dig in circles?
This is so inappropriate.
Are you asking if my family was treasonous?
In subtler ways.
No.
No.
You know, here's
I
an
would
idea.
actually say it's been the opposite. My family has stood with the throne quite adamantly for a long time. And
So
my father has held that very strongly.
So, if your relationship with the throne has been very tightly knit all along, why did they need you to tighten it more?
Raina just shrugs.
I mean,
don't know.
I was fishing for some, great grievance,
I'm not good at the talking noble house stuff that nobles always do in the courts and everything.
Respectfully, that's bullshit.
This, I mean, thank you, Huron, for believing.
No, I know for a fact, between you and the actual demon there, I think I'd rather have you talking on our behalf to any court.
Well,
And he's apparently a royalty. No offense, Rin. You just have a record.
we'll see when we get in the audience of the next king, queen, whatever.
Please don't. Please no. I only die. I want to
Don't
die
turn
once.
it into a contest.
I'm really not the kind to do the royal speaking and pampering thing that they do to each other. When I was younger, they tried including me in that kind of stuff.
You smash another girl's head in with a Barbie.
No, I didn't hurt anyone, but I didn't really say very good words sometimes.
Such as?
Well, I'd imagine she's hinting that. Do you have younger siblings, Vena?
Yes.
And were you pulled from your classical training around the time they were born?
No, I never really got classical training. Like I said, they didn't think I would need that sort of thing. By the time that I was already meant to be learning stuff, I had already been set down that path.
Yeah. To each their own, I suppose. I don't mean to pry into all your business.
It's all right.
In fairness, this is my life, is international relations and understanding that every noble is one of 64 different types and how to interact and manipulate said types into what you want without actually giving up anything.
Yeah, the manipulate and interact thing I'm not very good at. They like to do it a certain way.
You just kind of thrown me for a loop. You're not a very typical story. In fact, you're quite irregular.
I miss home.
She'll just raise an eyebrow to you. Well, I hope casting magic on people to get them to talk isn't the regular.
I hate to disappoint you then.
Every court wizard we are going to meet from now on has counterspell.
One can dream.
It's not very common to use magic on nobility and such, but to grease the lips of help staff and such, it's very common practice.
Oh look, that whole.
I'm sure I got to avoid all that sort of stuff.
If I were you, should you ever be in a room where you're hearing these sorts of state secrets that you might not want out? Well, for one, you can never actually trust anyone to share these secrets with, because magic exists and they will pry it out of them. But there are magic items and such that are fairly commonly hid amongst nobility's attire to help interpose mind-altering effects.
Euron's just giving you a steady look, Ren.
Well, that's a different world. One that I wasn't really entwined with, or had much preference for in the first place. I'd be no good at that kind of thing anyway.
Well, at least you found what you're passionate about then. I, for one, can say I'm very passionate about this life.
Yes. I think we all see that. Also, we brought up help and money and stuff. I almost forgot. And then she will put this sack of 1,000 gold on the table that she got from the guild hall. We're
250
supposed
each.
to split this.
I'd assume.
All right. Fana will separate her share into 250 and then put the 50 in a small pouch and hand it to Faduin.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Just to... I know I keep our food and stuff in check. This is just for you to save up for any other things you like, or maybe your own set of armor.
Oh, that would be. He just starts nodding. Yeah, I will definitely save this. My own set of armor. This looks. Why does he already have 3 gold? Where did he get 3 gold from?
So does Fader not have any armor on?
No, he has armor, but he just wants the plate mail. He wants
He wants the good armor.
the good armor.
Yeah.
His own set. Sorry, I should have been more specific. His own set of plate armor. My own plate armor.
Faduin, I have a question. What kind of weapon do you prefer?
I mean, sword's very versatile. That's generally what I use.
Just curious. I mean, some like larger weapons, pointing to half long in the fucking chair, munching down on his food.
Yeah, I don't have the muscle to wield any great weapon.
Do you have any?
She just reaches over and nudges him in the shoulder. Not yet. You could work for it if you wanted it.
Fairdoin, once I get my body back, I will help you get some muscle in your frame. It's easy.
Do you possess any arcane talents?
Not that I'm aware. I didn't exactly have the money.
He says from inside the bucket.
The bucket? What do you mean?
You look
Sound like you're in a
yelling from
bucket.
Oh, I don't know why that is. Okay. God, now my fucking train of thought got imploded.
Just asked him if he has magic abilities.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I wasn't exactly wealthy enough to, try wizardry and, there aren't many druids around. Like, the types of druids we have are very specific and very insular. I was never really one to play any music. I didn't have any weird blood in me. And, making a pact with something doesn't seem that, appreciable to me.
Yeah, you gotta be careful on how you word it, but if you need tips, both my lineages are experts at such things.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna say no to that. The only pact I'm going to make is the pact to the king.
Euron's still giving Rin just a steady look, very contemplative.
But if you'd like to try and see if you have any aptitude for arcane arts, I mean, I can try and have you try a very simple spell if you're interested.
No, not really. I haven't
Alright.
exactly have time.
That's fine.
Rin.
Yes, Huron?
It finally clicked. I think I know why I was initially at odds with you.
Why's that?
We got that same scheming nature as my brother.
Oh, you have a brother.
I have 4.
Lucky numbers.
My
But what about them
imme-
specifically?
My first immediate younger brother, Michigan. He's a very live Leonid.
Hold on,
so
your brother's
much-
not a moose?
No.
These
Like I
are
said,
they actually by blood, or is it like
they are by blood. Our homeland creates several mutants off the baseline shifter, and our mother was, let's say, blessed with very chaotic children.
Oh.
From oldest to youngest, it is Ontario, Eri, me, Huron, Michigan, and that fucking smartass
Superior.
Superior.
Interesting. name.
Holmes, buddy, Holmes.
But as I was saying, Michigan is a very lively unit, not like the rest of us. Barring Superior, who's still young-ish, the rest of us are more muscle-bound. You think I'm huge? You should see fucking Ontario.
Should see Superior.
Well,
He-
maybe you can invite us to see your family one day. Once we fix you. I don't want to
please.
explain that to them.
Oh Lord, good Lord. I don't. That little woman. In the dark recesses of of my mind, Alfred is seeing visions of just a battered wooden spoon.
I'm glad. I'd be interested to see your siblings in your home. You know.
Well, they find you, well, depending on who it is, mildly annoying, and Eri would try to get a reason to dissect you. He's the pins the butterflies of the wall type.
Reminds me of my first sibling below me. She's a very analytical type. Never really took to the people talk stuff like I did, but very, very book smart.
Mm-hmm. Ontario, well, if Vanna, do you know the? Are you familiar with the paladin stereotype?
Huh? There's a stereotype?
Lawful stupid.
I
Ontario-
wasn't aware of that.
There is one, and he is. Ontario is a behemoth of an orchid man. Like, he could probably still lift me even when in my giant form.
It sounds pretty large.
He is, and he is good to a fault, almost naively so.
Well,
You know,
that's the right
let's-
intention.
Which lets Michigan and the others mess with him. Me, I opted not to, because between me and Eri, Eri is just a bear. An actual bear man. Like, you'd think he's a werebear. But no, he's just a bear man. Like, I'm a man moose. Well, was.
Well, we're gonna fix that.
I think you would get
I like
along with
that.
a lot of my siblings, Huron.
I give you the Excalibur face.
You so far you've described them. You seem very similar to. We both have siblings who would get along very well.
Well, Superior's the baby. Aries the budding sociopath. Eri is just a vibe. Ontario is the himbo. That's what we're looking for. That's also part of the reason I didn't want to head home. Because I already sent them a letter that I was doing really well.
Oh, before
And
you
then
gambled it all away?
Yeah, and then I gambled it all away. So I'm... No. Absolutely not. I'm making another fortune that I'm heading right back to my village.
I am curious.
Hmm.
Does anybody else have... I mean, I know you have at least one other sibling, Vena.
Huh?
You said you had a younger brother, did you not?
Oh, I have two.
Oh, two. Inanna.
Well,
Oh.
one of them is basically like a small version of my father at this point. And then the other one, he's a little bit of a troublemaker, but other than pranks, he hasn't really done anything super detrimental.
1 second, everyone. I think my computer just sort of shat itself.